Alright, hey, how's it going? This is Crypt bringing next episode of Trails Cold Steel. That being said, let's get into it. How's everyone? Excuse me, are you in charge of this store? We're here on behalf of the local government to investigate a report burglary. Yes, that's right, I'm the owner. Must be students from Thor's Military Academy. Indeed, Class 7 Group 8 at your service. Oh, thank goodness. May yet have a chance to recover the Crimson Tiara. So that's the object that was stolen. Yes, exactly. It's embedded with priceless vermilion gemstones, captivating the hearts of all who gaze upon it. The centerpiece for display under consideration becomes national treasure, valued at almost 100 million merit. Holy crap! Pretty pricey. Yeah, I'll say. It was being displayed in a big showcase center room, wasn't it? I heard the store was fitted with the best security system money could buy so they could display TR safely. I'm afraid this is all due to my carelessness. There's no problem with our recently installed security system. The problem was me falling right to Phantom B's trap. Wait, the Phantom B? I've heard all manner of rumors about him, but I still find it hard to believe this was actually his doing. The name sounds kind of familiar. Seems like Elliot Machias knows him. Yeah, he's a thief with quite a reputation in the capital. He called himself a liberator of beauty. He made quite a name of himself in a string of major thefts a number of years ago. He's even gained an enthusiastic fan following for the daring and graceful methods he used during his thefts. Oh, now I remember where I heard his name before. This thief managed to steal an orbital tank from the Imperial Army, right? How did he pull that off? Yeah, that's one of his most famous exploits. I seem to recall hearing that story myself. I wonder how one steals a tank. So, do we know how the tiara was stolen? Captain Thief B is well known for sending the victim a card notifying them of his intended crime before he commits it. Did he send a card this time? Yes, that's right. The card also contained this message. The prized tiara has already been replaced with an invitation. However, that message was a feint. While we did have the utmost faith in our security system, we knew that if anyone could pass it, it would be him. We decided to open the display case to check the tiara, because it turns out that's what he was counting on us to do. That's when he stole the tiara, huh? I'm afraid so. Unbelievable. I assume we weren't able to get a good look at the culprit's face. Indeed, as soon as we opened the display case, the lights all went out. By the time we got back on, the tiara had vanished. I see. Sounds like he's no ordinary thief. The price for the piece is valuable as this. Can you maybe explain how you decided we'd be out the choice for this request? Of course, please take a look at this. To the honor of this fine establishment, now know that I have the Crimson Tiara securely in my possession. Should you fulfill my conditions, I promise that it shall be returned to you unharmed. If not, make no guarantees. First, you must not report this incident to Railway Military Police. Second, you must deliver this other card here to members of Thor's Military Academy's Class 7 Group 8. How does he know us? Third, the aforementioned Group 8 must overcome a trial written on said card. Penalty fee. Really is addressed to us. I find the thief's apparent reveling in his crime somewhat unpleasant. Yeah, though on the other hand, he seems to be giving us a chance to get the tiara back. True. Do you have this other card thief mentioned? Of course, please take this. Salutations, ladies and gentlemen of Thor's Military Academy's Class 7 Group 8. Should you wish to recover the treasure you seek, accept and overcome the trials I have placed before you. All the keys lie within Vermilion Capital. First is at the feet of the Conqueror, the heart of a lion. Okay, that one's an easy one. It's obviously the statue outside the palace, right? A riddle, is it? I'm sure the million capitals just referring to the city itself. As for the feat of conquer the heart of a lion, just like treasure hunt, this card's our first clue. Are they really not getting it? It does seem that way. And so do you think you'll help us out? We'd be happy to. Indeed, talking to us like that, I'm all for wiping that smug satisfaction off his face. Let's be off then. Thanks so much. Please find me. You know, it'd be pretty cool if one of these guys was a Phantom Thief. That was a plot twist. So, Fugitive Conqueror. Like I said, it's simple. And it even shows up on the map. Cool. Draco's a lion heart, he's a conqueror, so hang on. The conqueror with the heart of the lion could mean anything other than the statue of Emperor Dracos. Agreed. It's hard to hear a clue like that and not immediately think of Dracos the lion heart. I know, right? This statue is the most famous lion here in $9. The chances are good that we're in the right place. Let's take a look at his feet. Let's do it then. Here we go, same type of card as the last one. And no one picked it up? I assume we were correct then. Well, we won't know until we check. Second key is in the northeastern sea of the prismatic palace. Basically, we got another scavenger hunt. So it seems. Can't believe it made us go through this whole rigmarole. What can we do to play along though? Prismatic. I'm actually stumped here. Well, Prism was see-through, so a glass palace maybe? Where the heck's a glass palace at? I'm thinking of something else. It's showing up. Oh. Northeast the prismatic palace. I mean, the only palace is down there, but can I go down there? Probably not. Had to try. Was there a glass greenhouse in the park? Yeah, there was.
There's so many butterflies.
It really gives the place an exotic touch, huh?
Yeah, there are a lot of butterflies. Wow, I actually didn't notice. There. This must be the prismatic palace. The outside is points to a crystal garden, which leads only in the northeastern sea. I presume it refers to the actual place one could sit. Which suggests we ought to investigate this bench in the northeast part of the garden. Is that it? Seems so. What's it say? Let's see, the third key is at the round table where once rested the gauntlets that supported the east of the city. Oh goody, another riddle. So what could we do to keep going? Ah, it seems fate is ordained that we meet again. I recognize that voice. Oh, this guy again. I haven't seen him since... Greyheart, I believe it was? Who are you again? He's Baron from Blanc. Yeah, we first met during our field trip to Greyheart, I believe. Please see, you have not forgotten me. Though if eyes do not deceive me, you have two new faces more withdrawn, they know? It's, nice to meet you. I've heard mention of you from my classmates. Has your search for beauty brought you all the way to Heimdall too? You could indeed say that. For to be not just a Greyheart, but one of the picturesque elegance of the million capital as well. Truly it seems we are bound together by destiny most inseparable. Would you not agree? I'll not go that far. Not sure. He's a bit on the unique side, huh? Yeah, unique. Let's just call it that. That doesn't come at all, though. Please, the intensity of your stares is positively withering. Words of my overwhelming beauties clench your heart so tightly you cannot help but gaze and wonder. I've got all the mirror I have on me, that's absolutely not the case. Now if you excuse me, there's still much I must attend to. I wish you the best of luck with your studies. And there he goes. So what they come to convey to us? Is that guy? Who knows? Yeah, we want some pretty weird. But why did he show up here? It has something to do with past times he showed up, so I'll have to look back at the old videos. Round table were once rested the gauntlets to support the east of the city, so he knows in the east. But of course the east was nowhere but the east. Any doves, sister? I don't see anything here. Wait. The only place I've seen with a round table was the bracer. Bracer. No. Son of a... No, it can't be, right? Wait, no, wrong place. Oh my god. Wait, what's the round table? Gauntlets that support the ESSA. Gauntlet symbols a bracer guild, isn't it? It's on their emblem, too. Yeah, the once the east parts mentioned noticing part as well. It's really once a branch of the guild, while the capital had two such branches, just the easternmost branch. This must be the round table. Ah, there it is. I can't believe you even trespassed to our lodgings. Indeed, the form looks things. He doesn't seem to touch anything else. Still, not a pleasant thought. Yeah, it's kind of creepy knowing he was here. Especially considering we don't know what he's actually after. Anyway, let's see what the next card says. Fourth key is, on bottom of the white burned steel bird perched water's edge. Sure enough, it's another riddle. A rather challenging one at that. Well, it says water's edge, so it must be near the ocean or the river. So dogs maybe? What, is there a seagull there? Wait, steel bird. The crane! Must be a crane, right? Steel bird pushed the water's edge. Last clue seems like might be referring to a crane here in my dollar report. That would make it white burn in these containers. I can't see a car's patch anywhere, but who did it say be on the bottom? Perhaps we should discuss whoever's in charge here, ask them to check the containers first. How many poor Chief and Bird go? We met him earlier today, so let's see if he's willing to help us. How did they get to the bottom there without coming? How the devil did that get stuck to the bottom like that? I know, right? I just asked that. I wonder if they will catch it without lifting a container. That would have meant using a crane. Well, when did he do it? None of us even knows anything suspicious. Well, he is supposed to be a master of disguise. May he disguise himself as one of the workers here. I can only guess how he might have done it. That's definitely not something a normal person could pull off. That's what does the card say? Oh yeah, let's see. Final keys hidden near the water's edge. Crimson Crown you seek sleeps within a black part, nestled on the steel card that punches limits. This one's just the others. Though if it's also hidden near the water's edge. From all indications, I'd say next one is here behind our report too. It says final key and Crimson Crown too, so at least there's that. It looks like this is the last one. Card at once. Is it really on the public transportation? Press the wrong button. Steel card. My guess is the last clue refers to a mobile train. Seems like the best fit. What about marching with the minutes? Tram schedule for surviving party at preset times. I've got a report starting ending point called Transit City. They say tram here is waiting for its appointed time. That makes sense in a weird way. I guess this is coincidence. Let's get the driver's question and have a look inside. Excuse me, you think you do us a favor? Sure, what do you need? If this found Thief B did something to this tram car? Yes, we believe that to be the case. Oh, really? I get where you're coming from. Go look around for what you want. Make sure your cooperation. You'd think it would be more hidden. Looks like this is supposed to be the black arc mentioned on the card. Archive thief appears to have taken no pains to hide it. Is it kind of weird driving didn't notice it? Yeah, it is weird. Maybe Thief B left here not too long ago. I wouldn't be so sure. Anyway, let's have a look inside. There's such fiery glow to it. Well, this is definitely the Crimson Tiara we've been running all over town looking for. So this thing's worth 100 million Mira. Almost afraid to handle it. Yeah, we gotta be really careful about getting suspected jewelers safe. The fact that the tram driver never saw it.
So the tiara really was in there, huh? Now I'm wondering if the last passenger who stepped off the tram was Phantom Thief B himself. I don't remember there being any unusual passengers on board, though.
I see. So you have no idea who Phantom Thief B could have been then?
To have done so much and yet left no trace of his presence. He must truly be a master at covering his tracks.
I'll say. But hey, at least we were able to get the tiara back. I suppose that's good enough.
It's him, isn't it?
What's wrong, Reem?
Why are you staring at me like that?
I think it's time we put an end to this little charade. Don't you, Baron Blue Blanc? Or should I call you Phantom Thief B?
What?
Okay, I guess he was Phantom Thief B, but I didn't guess he was Baron Blue Blanc. Although, it makes sense. B, Blue Blanc. Oh my god, I can't believe I missed that. Blue hair, that's kind of giveaway.
This savory taste is why the unripe fruit is the most delectable of all.
Not really a disguise. All you're doing is having a mask over your face. It's like Superman with his glasses.
Wait, aren't you the Baron we met earlier? But that mask...
That's the mask of Phantom Thief B!
Allow me to introduce myself once again. I am Phantom Thief Blue Blanc, otherwise known simply as Phantom Thief B. Baron Blue Blanc is but one of the many roles I have assumed during my pursuits.
Just not his real name, obviously.
Incidentally, might I ask when you first discovered my true identity?
It didn't really take much discovering. You went out of your way to show up in the Crystal Garden after all. Now, maybe it's just me, but I find it hard to believe you were seriously trying to hide your identity to begin with.
Yeah,
Your disguises, nothing short of perfect, I have to admit. But with all the work you've put into this, I suspected you might come check on us near the end of your little game.
I see. Excellent deductive reasoning. Simply splendid.
So now what?
But why would you do something like this? Why go to all the trouble?
Does that interest you? Must there be a motive?
Nah. Now that we know your identity, there's nothing more to discuss.
Theft is a crime.
Indeed. A crime we will not allow to go unpunished.
What was it, boss fight?
What spirited youths you are!
Did he just teleport?
What?
How did he do that?
Just a little trick I like to keep up my sleeve. Regardless, you have provided me with plenty of sport and more than enough entertainment for one day. I'll be watching your future achievements with keen interest. Ladies and gentlemen, until we meet again, I bid you adieu.
Oh great, the Phantom Thief can teleport.
He disappeared again.
That's quite a little trick.
You might still be nearby. Let's search the area.
Okay, I still am recording, I had to make sure. I can't believe you were able to recover TR safely. How can I ever thank you? I also get the impression we're the reason he stole in the first place. Maybe we should apologize to you. Oh no, not at all. Phantom Thief B's conquests have always seemed rather capricious. Imagine you just decide to use obvious and convenient excuse to replace escapade. Given how fixated on us he's seen, I don't think that's all like. Well, better not say anything. Indeed, the last thing I want is to cause more confusion here. I'm afraid I can't offer much. Please take this token of my thanks. There's a lot of stuff. Are you sure that's alright? Give us this much? It also feels like more than we deserve. Well, this is a jewelry boutique, after all. There's more stuff that's lying around that we know what to do with. Well, that does make sense. Thank you very much. Think nothing of it. It's the least I could do after all you've done for us. Okay. Those look pretty nice, honestly. Yeah, it's quite exhausting. FBP was even more unpleasant though than I would have expected. No one think his smug face watching us this whole time. And his name's pretty well known around here. He was plainly suspicious even when I first knew him. I didn't suspect he could this much of a filmmaker. I know the foreshadowing of introducing him, what, 20 hours ago? Something wrong with him? I was just thinking, he must be incredibly skilled. He disguised himself so well that he was virtually unrecognizable, not to mention all those other things he did. Just with martial arts we were talking about, he'd definitely be at the master level. I can't disagree. True. Why would someone like that try to mess with us? He specifically asked for group A too, but I can't imagine why. Hold on. Is it my father again? Class 7 group A recorder here. Hello, hello. Sounds like thinking you're so busy. I know it's you, Instructor Sarah. Ooh, guy on one. How'd you guess? Tell me, is your smoldering love for your traffic group feature? Oh my gosh, remember that. I have a feeling about you, but love will be stretching it. Anyway, we don't usually pause while we're on a field study. Something wrong? Mention someone I like. For somewhere I'd like to wait together. We finish up what you have to do. I'd like you head over to St. Louis. Okay, let's see. That's where I'm going to Cathedral, the embassy road, right? I think Lucy's Academy is somewhere around there too. And this place, one for all of the several outside St. Various Girls School at 5 o'clock. Group B will be there too. What? Don't worry, we're going to inform the government about this, so go ahead and enjoy yourselves. Anyway, have fun. Cool. Hey, hold on a minute. It sounds like the instructors being their usual irresponsible self-control. Pretty much. I don't know what she's thinking. Oh, I know where that is. Girls' Academy for Nobles, isn't it? Isn't that the one your sister attends? I have a few acquaintances who attend there myself. I can't imagine why she has all meet there. Girls' Academy, huh? I'm curious. I'm sure she has a reason. Weird ones, probably. It's almost evening, so we should finish up here so I can go there. Best way to get to St. Vincent is by tram, right? It doesn't matter where we get the tram from. We'll pass through here. I'll spare the thing what we have to do when we get there, though. I doubt we'll have time to do anything else once we're out of St. District. Should we get going? I mean, I already did the side quest, so let's do this.
were wearing the same uniform as Reen's sister.
Yeah, they must go to St. Estrella too.
They were surprised to see us, that's for sure.
So, the famous St. Estrella Girls' School is around here, huh? It's supposed to be a combined middle and high school exclusively for the young ladies of the nobility.
Yeah, this is one part of the capital that the masses have no reason to visit.
Now that's why they were surprised.
Although, I can at least support the school's commitment to fostering chastity and rejecting materialism.
You seem to know an awful lot about a fancy girls' school.
No, I don't. This is all just common knowledge.
Keith, don't get closer than obvious.
Anyway, let's go and wait by the front gate.
Yeah, those were the instructor's orders.
I'm feeling kind of nervous, actually.
Why would you?
To men, this academy must seem clad in the mysterious, impenetrable aura of feminine nobility.
In other words, it's off limits to men. That's what she's saying.
I was wondering, did you not want to come here, Laura?
My father did recommend it to me, but they offered no classes in the martial arts. That alone was reason enough to look elsewhere.
I can totally understand that.
Though I get the feeling Laura would cause a real uproar if she went to a school for genteel young ladies.
Yeah, I can picture the chaos now.
Oh? I have a number of acquaintances who attend there, and from all I hear, it does seem to be a wonderful school. I've heard that even Princess Alphen herself is a student there.
I've heard that too.
Princess who?
You've seriously never heard of her? I know you're not from Erebonia, but even still.
To be fair, I wouldn't be surprised if plenty of Erebonians didn't know who she is.
Princess Alphen is the daughter of our reigning emperor, His Majesty Emperor Eugent. She's supposed to be as sweet as an angel and popular with everyone.
Is that so?
Actually, I believe she's the same age as Fee. I've had the opportunity to meet her once before. She truly is as charming as the rumors suggest.
I figured as much. I've seen photographs of her plenty of times in magazines, though I've never had the opportunity to meet her.
Sounds like she's in the same school year as Elise, come to think of it.
And she's friends with Elise, because I remember seeing her with her at one point.
She has a twin brother too, Prince Cedric. He's the crown prince of Erebonia.
Oh, right. I think I've seen a picture of the prince in a magazine before. Dark blonde hair, like Eustace's brother, right?
Oh, I think you're thinking of Prince Oliver. He's Cedric and Alphen's older brother.
How many siblings does this family have?
Why isn't he the crown prince then?
I've heard the reason is that his mother was a commoner. It seems like a stupid reason to deny him the right of succession, but that's how nobles do things.
I feel like I've been hearing his name a lot lately. He made a big splash when he came back from Liberl aboard that airship. You know the one, right?
Ah, you must be referring to his return aboard the Arcel, after the crisis in Liberl was put to rest.
Yeah, I remember seeing that. It really made a big impact. I'd never seen an airship that looked so white and elegant before.
I believe my father went to welcome the prince back in his capacity as imperial governor, too. And yeah, now that you mention it, that does seem to be when I started hearing his name around a lot more.
Oh, you're all here already.
Ah, you made it.
It's good to see you all again.
You're a bunch of early birds, aren't you?
When we finish everything, so we just
Well, we just about finished up everything we had to do when we got the call to meet here.
Were you able to finish up everything on your end, too?
As if we'd leave any loose ends. If not for our unfamiliarity with the city, we would have been finished this morning.
It helps we got two people familiar with the city.
Every time.
Looks like getting these two to kiss and make up will be an uphill battle.
Well, some say that when someone gets under your skin, it means you really care about what they think.
Wait, did you two?
I figured the girls would be the first to notice.
Of course, I apologize for any worry I've caused you.
We're fine now.
Really? That's great! It sure is.
So who's the next person I'll have trouble with in class? the class.
Maybe after this field study is over, we can get together and spend the night talking in one of our rooms.
Sounds good.
The thought of a Class 7 pajama party makes me a little embarrassed.
That's girls for you.
Girls and sleepovers go together like jam and toast, huh?
That must be Heimdall Cathedral's bell.
It has a solemn, stately sound, wouldn't you say? It sounds so different from how it does in the Ost district. Though that makes sense considering the distance.
That bell ringing must mean it's 5 o'clock, which means it's almost the time we were supposed to meet here.
Rain?
Elise, what are you doing? Wait, I guess this is your school, so where else would you be?
Yes. I see all of your classmates are with you too.
It's only been a week since we saw you, hasn't it?
Well, we were told to meet here.
Wait a minute. Are you the ones? The 9 guests I was told to expect at 5 o'clock sharp?
Wait,
Well, there are 9 of us in Class 7.
you were told to expect us.
Wait, what?
Then that would mean you're the one we were told wanted us to come here?
Actually, I suspect that would be a friend of mine. Why does she always have to be such a mischief maker? I swear. She could have at least given me a little warning that you were coming.
Elise?
Anyway, where are my manners? Welcome to St. Estrella Girls' School. I hope you'll enjoy your visit. Right this way.
Where are we going? We're going into school. Boys, I don't think I've seen that uniform before. Uniforms from Fourth Military Academy. I was later when I was younger. Was that military academy at the Dragons Scout? I heard they allow convicts to go there too. God damn. Oh my, is that Lady Laura? She's always looked so down. Oh, you think she's transferred here? Heck's going by quickly. Is that the blonde boy uses to Calvera's son? You think that boy's a foreigner? He's so tall. Oh, that redhead's so cute. Nice going, Elliot. Sun-haired girl looks like she needs a hug. Blonde-haired girl seems closer. Look how many things she's from. The glasses such makes it weird. I can feel the stares boring holes in my head. So pay them no mind. We certainly do seem to be stars to show today. Laura's as popular as ever. I can't say being admired doesn't feel nice, but please don't be too hard. We don't have many opportunities to meet people from outside of school. Think that boy in the front is a convert? I'm not sure, but either way he looks so handsome. I do think they know Elise. I'm sure this is kind of a couple. Are they all same age as you, Elise? I don't know, I don't care. Rosengarten. So a rose garden, I'm guessing?
What's in here?
It looks like an indoor garden.
This is the Academy's Rose Garden.
Called it.
The person who called you here is waiting inside.
Who did call us here anyway?
Whoever they are, they must have considerable social standing.
You're talking about the princess earlier, and the princess is a friend of Elise. It's her, isn't it?
Your Highness, I brought the guests. Thank you. Please show them in.
Oh. No way.
Hey, Elise, is that...
You don't need to ask when you already know. Now, if you'll follow me. I knew it. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen of Class 7. My name is Alphen. Alvin Rice Arner. It's a pleasure to meet all of you.
Okay, did not expect this how we meet royalty.
Elise, cheer up! I'm sorry, alright? I was only trying to tease you a little. Don't you have something you wanted to discuss with everyone? Please, go right ahead. Well, that aside, it's been a long time since I last saw both of you, Eustace and Laura. I'm glad to see you're both well.
Likewise, Your Highness.
You've become even more fetching since we last met.
Aw, thank you! I was rather hoping that you'd decide to enroll in Saint Estrella too. But it seems you chose to attend Thor's after all.
Well, I've committed myself to following the way of the sword, and Thor's gives me a place to hone my skills. I apologize for not being able to live up to your expectations.
First I lost Angelica to Thor's, then you too. Perhaps I should just transfer there next year myself. Your Highness.
Wait, is she going to be in a sequel game? Because I'm pretty sure we'll be spending second year towards the second game, right?
Got you to look! But
Well, what role will
she
play
seems
then?
lively.
She seems far more easygoing than I was expecting.
I've heard plenty about her, but none of that prepared me for meeting her in person.
So, this is what it's like to be in the presence of royalty. It's actually rather overwhelming.
I can see why people always compare her to an angel.
Me too.
please don't worry about me. While I still have much to learn before I feel like I deserve my status among the nobility, I've been blessed with wonderful friends, and I'm enjoying life here at the Academy.
Well, she does seem to have at least one wonderful friend.
He didn't expect it to be the high.
Kind of an understatement when that friend happens to be Princess Elfin.
I'm particularly happy to finally be able to meet you, Rean Schwarzer. Elise has told me so much about you. Your Highness!
I'm honored that you'd say so. Elise always mentions in her letters what a great friend she has. As her brother, I wanted to thank you for that.
Rean! Oh, it's so refreshing. You're every bit the person Elise says you are. Perhaps even more so.
Wait, what?
Actually, I have a teensy-weensy favor to ask. Do you think I could join Elise in thinking of you as my dear brother as well?
I'm sorry, what?
What?
Your Highness! You see, Elise has spoken of you so often that in my heart, you've already come to feel like family.
I can't tell if she's serious or she's just teasing Elise.
And now that I've had the opportunity to meet you, I fear I simply can't suppress these feelings any longer. I have 2 brothers already, of course, so I'm sure it won't take long to adjust.
I couldn't possibly. I mean...
That's enough, Your Highness. Aw, don't be so stingy. Surely it wouldn't hurt to share him with me a little. Anyway, that aside, the reason I called you here today was not to talk with me. There is someone else who would like to meet you.
Oh god, there's more.
Why? It's not like we're famous.
Well, I mean, technically we kind of are. We already pulled off some crazy things the last few months. As well as being the brand new class no one's ever heard of at a famous school, so... And we got quite a few famous people in said class, so I'm pretty sure we do count as famous.
Who do you mean? Hey, isn't that...
A guitar? No, a lute?
Oh, it seems he's arrived. Oh,
I apologize for keeping you waiting.
Is the whole royal family going to show up here or something?
It's a pleasure to see you again.
And you as well, young lady? Well, I trust everyone here has been making themselves comfortable?
I swear, if the whole royal family shows up, boy, I lose my crap here.
Who's this guy?
I'm not sure, though I feel like I've seen him somewhere before.
I serve as a music instructor in the hallowed halls of this fine academic institution. In truth, I am ever on the hunt for that elusive mayfly we call love. But that might raise eyebrows at a girls' school. But whose pulse would not quicken wandering into this
Could he be?
Ow! I think that's quite enough. Any more of that and our guests may start edging toward the exit.
Ah, I can always count on you to never miss a beat, my dear sister.
Oh, wait. So this is... Whoa.
Indeed.
Oliver, okay?
'Tis I, Olivert Rice Arner, also known by some unscrupulous individuals as the Debaucherous Prince. I also serve as Thor's Military Academy's ornamental chairman of the board. It's a pleasure to finally meet you, ladies and gentlemen of Class 7.
Another board member. What's going on? Nice room, though. I like the garden.
I have to admit, I was surprised to learn that you're the chairman of the board of directors, Your Highness.
I thought Maki's father was the last one we meet.
I'd heard that the chairman was a member of the imperial family, but still.
I'm not surprised. Who would expect the infamous prodigal son to chair a committee at a prestigious academy like Thor's? I suppose it's not surprising they'd rather keep it hushed up, though. It wouldn't exactly be great for the school's image.
Why wouldn't it be?
That's surprisingly forthright coming from you. Is it really true, though? I mean, that you were the one responsible for establishing Class 7, Your Highness?
Indeed, I was. You see, it's always been a tradition that a member of the imperial family serves as chairman of the board. At first, I wore the title in name only, but I had a change of heart after my vacation in Liberl 2 years ago.
You were in Liberl back then?
That would put your visit during the incident that occurred there, correct?
Right.
What incident?
All I've done since I returned to Erebonia has been inspired by my experience during the crisis in Liberl. As a result, fruitless though they may prove to be, I've set a number of plans in motion. One of which is to bring the winds of change to Thor's Military Academy. A gust of fresh air, if you will.
Winds of change, huh?
I can only assume you're referring to our class?
Then the one who decided to throw both commoners and nobles into the same class was...
Yes, the idea was mine. Although the selected students also had to have a high aptitude with the Arcus units too.
I think I'm finally starting to understand the reasoning behind Class 7, and why we're being sent all over Erebonia on these field studies.
To show us firsthand and give us cause to consider the conflict between the two factions. That is the purpose behind our field studies. Is it not, Your Highness?
That is one of the reasons, yes.
Still believe it's to build a bond between the two factions, too. Because they're always kept apart, so to bring in new change.
However, my foremost intention was to show you that during your lives, you will encounter many obstacles and conflicts, not just between factions, but between the capital and the provinces, tradition and technology, even between nations. In these turbulent times, I thought that this would provide the hands-on education today's promising youths need. We need up-and-comers who can think and act independently to face tomorrow's challenges head-on.
That makes sense.
Wow, that's quite a plan.
It really is. Kind of a risky one, too, because the personalities between the two factions, but it's paying off.
I can't help but feel a little unsure whether we can live up to such high expectations.
Hearing your explanation has, at the very least, cleared up many of the doubts I've had up to this point.
Class 7 does seem like an ideal environment to expand one's outlook on life.
I feel like going through everything we have so far has brought us closer to doing exactly that.
Yep.
Marvelous. I'm so pleased to hear it. Just listening to you makes me feel even more certain that establishing Class 7 was the right decision. Especially since while the idea itself was mine, I have no real say in how the classes run day to day. Even so, I still hope to meet all of you at least once, if only to tell you all this. That was when Alphen stepped in and offered to set up this little meeting.
I see. Well, I could hardly refuse such a sincere request from my brother. But it also presented me a fine chance to finally meet Elise's beloved brother, as I've always wanted to. Your Highness!
Thank you for taking the time to tell us all of this, Your Highness. I feel like now that I know, I want to live up to the promise you saw in Class 7. Thing is, am I right in assuming that Class 7 doesn't exist just to fulfill your progressive ideal?
What do you...
Oh?
The board has its chairman, of course, but 3 directors besides. My older brother Rufus, Imperial Governor Karl Regnitz, and Irina Reinford of the Reinford Group.
Oh, yeah.
Now that you mention it.
They do seem to have certain expectations for us.
Precisely. As I mentioned, I no longer have anything to do with how Class 7 is run. That authority lies with the directors. As you're keenly aware, Rufus and Governor Regnitz sit on opposite sides of the factional divide. And while Chairman Irina is mostly involved with Class 7's technology, like the Arcus, her intentions are a mystery to me.
And I'm guessing those intentions are going to be plot points in the story. Lovely.
And it's those 3 who decide where you'll travel for your field studies.
And that might cause tension between Class 7, considering 3 of their kids are in the class.
Is that right?
When you put it that way, it does make it seem like some kind of bargaining is taking place behind the scenes.
It was one of the conditions they gave in exchange for allowing Class 7 to be established. I'll admit, I hesitated to allow it, but I decided to place my hopes in you. We believed then, as we still do, that one day you all will be a great light that can push back the darkness of this country.
It's no pressure.
Well, I suppose when I put it that way, it sounds positively heroic. But that's just me. Don't feel too pressured by it.
Too late.
Your students, first and foremost. Reach out and grab that fragrant rose of school life. Join a club. Eat cheap food with your friends at midnight. Fall in love. We live but once. Make your youth count.
You know, it's weird, but hearing you say that kind of takes a load off my mind.
By the way, just earlier you said that we believed the Class 7 would be a great light. Is there someone else involved with Thor's who shares your vision for our class, Your Highness?
It's the headmaster, isn't it?
There is. Principal Van Dyke.
Called it.
I once attended Thor's myself and studied under him. He gave my proposal to establish Class 7 his full backing.
I see.
He's been particularly considerate toward us ever since we arrived at the Academy.
While he has no direct control over the running of the Academy, he does preside over the board meetings. And above all, he's the one who assembled an excellent team to give you first-rate training.
An excellent team, you say?
Are you referring to Instructor Sarah?
Well, she's certainly one of them. Still, coaxing her away from her former line of work certainly played a large part in giving Class 7 a great foundation. She is, after all, one of the strongest people in the Empire, and her experience makes her a natural field leader.
Wait, what?
Instructor Sarah? One of the strongest people in Erebonia?
Exactly what experience might you be referring to?
I've even heard rumors of her daring exploits myself. She was known as the Purple Lightning. Doesn't that sound exciting?
So are we finally going to hear the story about this?
Wait. Purple Lightning?
I knew it.
If you two have heard of it, it must be a household name among martial artists.
That's right. Though I've just heard it in passing.
Ah, that young ace of the Erebonian Bracer Guild, and one of the Empire's most famous bracers. She has a history full of brave feats and dangerous deeds. She was even the youngest bracer to achieve A-rank status. Back then, she was known as the Purple Lightning. Now, you know her simply as your homeroom teacher.
Damn. Okay, I think I'm going to end this off here. Mostly get another cup of coffee, and that way this video won't be too long to edit. So be sure to like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell. I'll see you guys next time.